Hello and welcome back to Betches. I'm Jordana.
I'm Sami.
And I'm Aleen.
And you guys, as always, you can watch this on YouTube if you want to. If you're more of a YouTube person than an audio person, check us out on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/@Betches. Is it including the ad, like the @ sign Betches? Is that a real URL?
It does.
You can put an @ sign
I've become
in the
a
URL.
YouTube watcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Why not?
youtube.com/@Betches. Watch us. You can comment on the YouTube page. I'll read the comments. You can comment on Spotify, the Spotify episodes. I read those comments too. Comment everywhere that you can put your face behind your comment, because those are the only comments.
Right.
Those are the only comments I read. People who put their face behind their commentary. Yes.
I love that. I love
That's
that
smart,
as a
because
philosophy.
so much of the internet is not real. What's on there, it's just fake traffic. So I think it's important to have real faces, real names,
or just
real opinions.
Yeah, I feel like we practice
opinions that you would stand by.
I'm not against talking shit. We talk shit all the time. That's what we do on this podcast. That's like literally what the podcast is. But our faces,
it's foundational tenet.
Our face is in front of what we're saying. You know, we're not hiding. So if you have something to say, good or bad, we'd love to get your full name and address, social security number,
credit card number.
Yeah,
all of the above. So can we talk about how we were all at Women Aren't Funny last night? And I sat between Jordana and you weren't there.
I was
Sorry.
not there.
Wow. Really memorable.
I'm glad you noticed. I was at the creator
because
dinner
we were all
the night
planning
before.
to go, and then your dog got sick.
Diarrhea, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thanks for the details. Yeah, my dog also has diarrhea.
Well, they hung out they went on a date actually. They were really into each other.
That's true. Maybe they gave each other some sort of STI.
Or I think they're okay. I mean, she's been okay so far. So today, maybe you confused Aleen, my attendance, with the night earlier at the creator dinner.
I did. That's right. I think that
maybe you didn't. I don't know.
I just think that we all planned to go, and then you last minute. I read those texts like way later, and then I was like, "Oh, Sammy's here somewhere." And then I read you.
Oh, you thought I was there? Oh my gosh, that's really funny.
Oh, I sat between my mom and Jordana, and two harsh critics of comedy, I would say. Wouldn't you say, Jordana?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're definitely. Your mom and I are both not the like throwing compliments at the wall types. You know, we're both Virgos. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
You are.
Yes.
It does. And I was so happy that you were both LOLing hard on both sides. And that was really fun for me. At first I was nervous.
Yeah, you're definitely I would say Aleen is an emotive comedy show goer. She is like reacting in real time. She is woohooing. She is like,
I love to support the art.
I love it.
And it's also our show, so I just wanted to be as loud as possible.
True.
I'm also an emotive comedy. Like, I'm laughing even if it's like not as funny, I'm gonna laugh a little bit just because of the room. You know what I mean? You're in the room.
I want to add to the vibe of the room to make the comedian feel comfortable.
Right. Yes, right. And so they'll be funnier.
I am excited for the LA show. If you guys are listening from LA and you want to bring your mom and your bestie and sit between them and have the exact same experience I had, do the same thing. We have an incredible lineup in LA. Whitney Cummings, Robbie Hoffman. Like, we just have a really great show. And the New York show was incredible. So go get your tickets. The link's in the YouTube bio. And our Instagram bio. I can't remember it. So just go there. And
you'll find it.
I love it.
If you want to go, you'll find that link.
You'll find the link.
Yes.
You can find it at youtube.com/@Betches. It'll be in the description. But Aleen, tell us about Cannes.
Tell us about Cannes. And specifically obviously we want to hear about it all, sort of. But I want to hear specifically about the Patrick Schwarzenegger picture that you took.
He's a dreamy young lad.
Did you talk to him?
Just for a second.
What did he say?
Because I spoke right before him. And he went on right after, so he watched my talk. and so then he came on, and then so like as we exchange, I was like, I asked him for like,
okay,
you're so great. Can we like take a photo? Blah blah. Love the show. He looks exactly the same as he does on television. Exactly the same.
Okay.
Very cute, gentleman, and he what stood out to me was that he was just like such a professional. Like, because like the audience is all like advertisers, like it's all media people, professionals. It's like a work conference. And he's hired as talent to do an interview. He's, he's performing. And
He read the brief.
he got, whoever is his PR media comms person did a great job because he was like really relating to the room. He's like, I'm basically like a salesperson. And like, he was like, he really understood the room. And it was really good talk. Our global CRO interviewed him, and that was really funny because Tim was basically like, he doesn't do any content or anything. So he was like the main contact because all of his, like the clients are there who know him. And he was the one like trying to get a juicy, like, oh, what are we expecting for season 4? And Patrick Schwarzenegger was like, hey, look at you trying to get like it was just like a very funny exchange from my perspective, knowing all of the people. And
how close would you say he is to his White Lotus character, Saxon?
Not close.
Not close? He
Not
doesn't
close
have that vibe at all?
No, not at all.
That.
Not at all. He's just like, he seems like just like a guy who's grown up in the industry and knows how to like, how to be.
He is a Kennedy, so he understands it.
He has Kennedy vibes.
From like the little clips or stories I've seen about him, he does seem to be like very hardworking and very like, obviously I don't know him. He doesn't seem that like entitled for someone who did grow up like as the child of Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's her name?
Maria Shriver.
Maria Shriver, right. I saw like I saw a video that was like him finding out he got the White Lotus part. Did you guys see that? Adorable. And he's like with his sister and like the rest of his family, and he finds out that he got the part, and he's just like so excited and so like.
He talked about that, and he said like that was the craziest week of his life because he also got engaged that same week. So he got engaged to his fiance, and then in that same week, he found out he got White Lotus. And
what do you think his astrology was that week?
It was like the craziest week of his life. He said like, oh, because then he was like, oh, so this is all the things that he was talking about. He's like, oh, so we were talking about planning our wedding. And he's like, oh, I have to go to Thailand now for like 7 months. And
very convenient excuse for not helping with the floral arrangement.
We heard him plan the wedding.
He has to postpone the wedding. They had to like move it to like a year because of that. But anyway, he was saying that what I also thought was really funny was that, so Tim rightfully tried to prod on whether or not he's going to be like American Psycho because that's the rumor. He did not answer, but he did say that American Psycho is not going to be just like a remake.
Okay, it should be about tech bros.
Yeah,
like it should be Silicon Valley present day. It's going to be like they're trying to live forever. Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
he's kind of born to play that role.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Who else would play it?
I don't see that. I don't see him playing that role the same way Christian Bale did. Like Christian Bale has this like extreme, and I'm a huge Patrick Schwarzenegger fan now, but since White Lotus, but like
he seems like darker. He's a darker energy.
Has a darker energy and a depth behind his soul.
You know, I feel like Jacob Elordi has that.
They are cursed. It's probably crazy.
Jacob Elordi has that like dark, hot, dark, like asshole, like his like kind of like his Euphoria character, but
he would be good for that role. I could see
or the one that he played in Saltburn. Mm-hmm. That's a really good call, Jordana.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe I should be a casting director.
So that was good. And what else did he say that I thought was really funny? He was basically they were talking. I was watching. We were all talking.
Were you wooing in the audience?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I always woo. I even woo in Soul Cycle.
Oh my God, you're gonna be that embarrassing mom on like the soccer sidelines.
Fuck yeah. I love it. It's not embarrassing. The kid loves it.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as you don't get like too competitive about like Mila, where the fuck is the ball?
No.
She really does that to herself.
I don't shout criticisms at the performers.
Just at yourself.
I just
you were robbed.
No. Okay. So the other thing that I thought was cute and funny, he said that like, so we were all talking about the next season of White Lotus. and like talking the rumor of like how it might be like an all-star cast type of next season because, you know, Mike White is obsessed with reality TV and Bravo, but Patrick Schwarzenegger, I feel like I have to say his full name, was like, nobody knows because immediately after he was done filming, he went straight to film Survivor. And so he skipped all of like the marketing and the media for White Lotus. He just went to go do Survivor, which I find so interesting about a Mike White. Don't you?
Well, I think that's where I actually get it because I heard that's where he gets like a lot of his inspiration. So it's kind of like before he gets back to work, he's probably like, let me like go get inspired and then I'll come back and it'll be easier to like work on the next thing.
I think as a director, he kind of tries to create that vibe almost by isolating them in a place and sort of setting them loose on each other because you live with your cast and it's automatically going to have kind of a weird vibe. And back when the season was out, I was reading about him as a director and his kind of way of working, like he's the only writer on the show and he decides basically what everyone's doing. And I could definitely see him kind of playing
he likes
producer
to play
a little bit.
Oz.
I think so, but a little bit maybe.
Wow.
Without the scamming part, because Oz is like a liar.
That was great. The other things that I enjoyed, like from like a because it was a work trip, right? Like I'm just, you know, pitching, meeting, doing all this stuff. But Spotify puts on, a lot of the companies put on really great shows. But Spotify had Cardi B, and I've never seen Cardi B live. And she and her team put on a fucking show. Like they made it like Cardi B. If she has commitment to making that money, as she likes to say, because it was called like Cardi's Beach Party. Everybody was dressed as like a pool person, like a pool boy girl. And they had like the backup dancing, just all of that choreography was so fun. And just to watch her was so fun. I've never seen Cardi live. And that was a really cool experience. And the person who opened for her was Lola Young. She is so talented. I had chills listening to her. And I just loved it. So that was fun. But a funny moment was Alex Warren. I saw him the night before. He did not understand the assignment because the assignment is performing for like, it's a work conference. They're not there to like, they didn't come and buy tickets to your show. They came because like, it's just entertainment. Like Cardi understood. She's like, come on people, you're here to work. Let's get fucked up. Like that was really funny.
Play your most popular song. And
this is what she did. And like play with the crowd in that way. He was just like mad that people were not like paying attention. Cause like you're there, you're like mingling, like this is your time, like off a little bit, but like not even, like you're still out with clients or not, right?
Well, the thing is, it's like that's the job of a performer to make people stop paying attention to their side conversation because what you're doing is so good. And
it was uncomfy.
It's like Jeb Bush, please clap.
It was he was trying to get people to clap and nobody was doing the clapping. And then he goes, and I have 2 more songs, then I'm going to go fuck off. Yeah. And everybody goes, woo, because I think they were just excited. They weren't like listening. And he goes, okay, great. This song's about my dead parents. And then he starts
that's like his, I think that's like his thing.
It was
what?
Uncomfortable. I think
that's his thing. He like talks about his.
I know.
Yeah.
He talks about his, and then like every song's he's written about his like wife or whatever. But the way in which he said it was like, dude, like read the room. Like,
right. Well, because here's the thing. He's at a concert now that's not people who are his dedicated fans who are not, right. He's performing as if it's like his solo
I think he
show.
Didn't get prepped properly.
Got to get Patrick Schwarzenegger's briefer.
You got to get Patrick Schwarzenegger's comms people. He was not prepped properly, I don't think. And he got really meanwhile, people were wooing because we're like, yay, 2 more songs. And he was like, he took that negatively. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. You know what else I did, though? On the plane ride home, sat in the middle seat, in the middle row. I watched Love Island. And
nice.
From episode 1 to however many hours I had. I think I had 8 hours. And
I started last night, and let me just say, Jordana, I'm a little confused why I'm a little shocked you don't like it more, and I'm confused. Maybe I'm not confused why you thought I wouldn't like it, but I actually do like it. I like it way more than The Bachelor. I only watched 2 episodes, but I actually think it's like it's quality really show. It's campy. It like is making fun of itself. Who cares?
It does.
I think it's so funny how it like mocks itself. No,
I hate it.
Is it not doing that?
There's like makeout contests. They're all like it's like very sexual.
So
I don't think
it's not sexy, but I mean,
there's definitely sexy moments for it, and it's funny and like they're making fun of it all.
This is more like watching someone's disgusting spring break.
That's what makes it great. That's
Here's
why
the thing,
amazing.
though,
but it's also self-aware. Like that's what I like about it.
I get that's a refreshing part of it, but I think that like it doesn't make up for like if I watch more than one episode at a time, I feel like a little disgusting.
No,
that's so strange. I'm shocked that you don't like it.
I really am. I really hate it. Yeah,
I like
unpopular opinion. I will admit that.
I'm actually I'm not even like shocked that opinion is one might have. I'm actually just shocked that you have it.
I just find the people to be like very like dumb and like overly sexual and like it's like they're not Island. Really like fleshed out.
They're not
as
really
people.
There to find love.
I know. Well, that's why I don't like it. I'm like if I'm in a dating show, I actually want to like feel that there's like real life like connections and real life issues. And these people on this island are not. Again,
have you watched a full season? Have you watched a full season?
I tried to watch the last season
of US.
The one with the football player's brother.
It develops, like those characters develop over time, and you do get to know them really, really well. And at the end, you're like rooting for a good amount. There's like 50 episodes a season. So like,
I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm like aware that that's not what I'm going here for.
So I'm saying that's why it's like not for me.
And I also like that it's every day. I like that there's this like evolving story. I love that second screen entertainment, and I really want to be following that discourse because I need a break from the other stuff.
I think that's the biggest thing. It's good timing for television because the internet.
You need something to disassociate with.
It's just like a pure disassociation of reality.
I prefer to disassociate to like crime. The crime shows.
What does that say about everybody?
Seriously, I find women.
Yeah, I do find it very relaxing. I know that makes me like a sociopath according to like some internet memes or whatever. But I find like those kinds of shows about like murder and drama and like whodunit kind of thing, like it does feel like you're in a completely different place and like the problems are so different than any of your problems that to me does feel like a release. Like Aleen, you watched what's it called? The Better Sister?
Yeah, I watched that on the flight on the way there.
Not as high quality, I guess, as Love Island.
No, I preferred Love Island, to be honest. Like I liked The Better Sister because I liked Jessica Biel and I like what's the other one's name?
Elizabeth Smart?
Banks.
Smart
Elizabeth Banks. The kidnapped.
Oh, yes. See, I've got one thing on the brain.
Speaking of crime, she has one thing on the brain. It's murder.
Yes.
No, that's like such a thing that like majority of women love like so. That's why all these true crime podcasts do so well. It's because it's mostly women. It's women hosts with women listeners who like enjoy it and like go to relax with it. It's
everyone has their own version of relaxation.
Yes, based on their own neuroses, probably.
Exactly.
Totally.
I think that's important.
Okay, so next on our outline, it says Jordana hurt her leg playing tennis as our headline.
She did.
Jordana, are you okay?
I'm okay. I was like immobile on Sunday. It was very unpleasant. You know, nothing makes you appreciate your legs like not having use of one for a day.
Yeah.
We were playing doubles tennis against the Sages. Mm-hmm. And
it was my fault, actually, to be honest.
Was it?
Oh my God.
Well, I hit the ball at you. I
thought it was Avi's ball.
I think it was mine. Maybe
I don't remember. I mean,
Doesn't
it's
really
my
matter.
fault because I don't have, as you know, I don't have good proper form in anything, and I went too hard, and
I think it was
I
just
paid for it.
I mean,
I think it was a fluke.
I don't blame you. I went too hard playing tennis many months ago. I injured my shoulder, and now I don't play, and I am so annoyed at myself. And now
How
I have
long?
to like I got.
How long did
I've
it hurt
been- I-
for?
It still hurts.
It still hurts, like every day.
Yeah, I have tears in my shoulder. Like I have injuries. I got an MRI last week. And guess why? Because I went too fucking hard.
I think the lesson is don't go that hard. Just go light.
I know what the lesson is, Samantha, is don't be an intense, crazy person, Aleen. And
well, maybe it's like you
all
stretch,
things will be
you need
better.
to stretch
Sometimes
or
it's also
something.
just like you're
No.
like it's sort of just the way you move. Like
Angle.
you just moved it a certain way. Like even if it wasn't so hard, it's like you just
No, I
Move your body.
I played singles tennis for 2 hours a week from going from zero tennis for 10 years to 2 hours a week singles and fucked myself up. And now I'm paying for it. Lesson learned. Stop it.
Have you guys ever broken a bone
I fractured my wrist.
with like a
Broke my
cast?
Because I was-
ribs.
I did have a cast. I was rollerblading in my kitchen when I
Last week-
was in
week?
fourth grade. No, when I was in fourth grade.
Look at you.
and
You're
it
just
was-
like such a hippie.
No, I swear. Because I was inspired by the Olympics that year. And I was like, oh, this is almost like ice skating, rollerblading.
Aw,
this is the
that's
closest
so
I can get to it.
cute.
So I was doing that. And then that night was the interview with Monica Lewinsky and Barbara Walters. And that was very formative for me for learning
Oh, I saw
about
Monica
both sex and
Lewinsky.
politics.
I can't.
Oh, she's
Sammy,
great.
you should get back into rollerblading. I think you should blade
No
around the
thanks.
city.
No fucking way.
Imagine.
But I'd blade it at home, like around nothing.
Imagine
But-
you're walking like to work and Sammy just like whizzes on by.
No way.
Goes, move.
Honestly,
I need to-
I could see Avi doing that.
Oh,
Definitely.
100%. He just took
Yes.
a city bike to a meeting just now.
That's not that weird.
No, I know,
no,
but
that's
it's like,
crazy to me.
You know, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I
But
would
he would
bike, but I
rollerblade
wouldn't bike in a city.
around the city, like if given the
He might.
opportunity. I think
He might if he were given rollerblades. I don't want to hurt my leg and end up immobile for a day or two.
It's
True.
bad.
Because then we had to play 2-on-1, and it was really, really hard.
That was nice to watch. You guys got a lot better after I was out.
Also, news from the suburbs. Apparently, you were right about the ticks and the vermin. Ticks are officially the worst they've ever been.
They say that every year though.
No. This is
They do say
the
that every
Fordham-
year, but maybe every year is worse than the last year.
Every year Jordana sends me this article.
This is a different article from this year. This year, the Fordham Tick Index says that the risk is a 10 on its 10-point scale. And if you're thinking of taking a hike, go to a movie instead.
Wow.
That
No
goes
hiking.
with Yamanika's
set, yeah.
set last night.
Yeah.
It was a whole hike set. It was so fucking
Oh,
funny.
that's really funny.
Okay,
Yeah,
so no
but apparently
ticks.
there's not just an uptick in ticks. It's all vermin.
Guys,
are
if you
like-
need any
Wow.
I have spent like $1,000 on tick prevention. I have gone so I have
For
bought
what?
every anti-tick item that Amazon sells. Like I have this indoor spray. I've gotten my yard outdoor sprayed. I even got bamboozled into the tick mitt, which is an oven mitt looking thing with like a microfiber towel that you're supposed to like pat your dog down with to like pick up any ticks.
I mean, that doesn't seem that dumb. But also, this isn't just a suburban thing. Apparently, they're in the city. They've been found across the wood ticks have been found in all 5 boroughs.
No one is safe.
No one is safe.
Okay, let's talk about the wedding of the year, the Bezos wedding. Sammy, what do you know about this?
So it's like a 4 or 5 day event. It's already
Okay, of
begun
course. Okay.
in Venice. It started with a foam party on Jeff Bezos' yacht, the Cora.
Very fratty.
So Love Island.
The wedding.
It is. That's what they would have a phone party on Long Island. Love
Yeah,
Island.
the
Long
wedding
Island,
is,
Love Island, same thing.
The wedding is on Friday, I believe.
In Venice.
In Venice. However, they had to move their location for the wedding because there were protests against him. And people in Venice like rolled out this sign in their main square that was like, if you can pay for your wedding in Venice, you can pay more taxes.
Why didn't he just give everyone in Venice like $100,000?
He donated to a bunch of charities, but I think that they would have done this anyway.
He said in lieu of gifts, he wants people to donate to Venice.
Okay, that's nice. I think that I think they don't care. Like, I think that people don't care because it's not about like his wedding particularly. Like, it's the general wealth inequality that they're protesting. Like, and the only way this wouldn't happen is if they did it like quietly and secretly.
Have you seen the pictures of their fun party on the yacht? Like,
yeah, it looks,
it's just really funny. I get it. I get the protesting.
Yeah. So it's speculated that they're going to be spending $10 million or $50,000 per guest. That's a lot. It's a large plate to cover for your gift.
Oh yeah. Huge. Oh yeah. I think they probably cover it in like Instagram impressions by like posting about the wedding favorably.
What do you think they registered for? Nothing.
Donations to Venice.
Yeah,
to stop it from sinking.
He wouldn't do
like,
a registry.
Your yacht is making it sink, dude. Your shit is why it's sinking.
The honeymoon fund?
Sinking
do you think they have a honeymoon fund?
I highly doubt it. But do you want to know? She's apparently going to have 10 outfit changes, I believe, over the weekend. Sweet baby Jamie consulted on Bezos's.
Who's that?
Jamie Mizrahi. On Bezos's clothing.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Sanchez's stylist is Molly Dixon, who's Sydney Sweeney's stylist.
That makes sense to me.
She's supposedly going to be wearing Dolce & Gabbana for the ceremony and Oscar de la Renta for some other events. And then there's just a bunch of outfits. One of them is pajamas. Don't know what that's for yet.
It's probably the after party. Do you think that...
or the night before.
Do you think that they pay for guests like rooms?
I think they are paying for guest rooms. I'm pretty sure. I also read that they were kicking people out of the Aman hotel.
I mean, that would be the least surprising thing, that they were like, oh, we have a wedding that weekend. You're canceling your reservation.
The main bash was supposed to be at the Arsenal, which is a medieval former shipyard. And I think that's what they got kicked out of because people are mad about that. And everyone's staying at the Aman in Venice.
Okay. Yeah, they probably are putting people up, I think, for $10 million.
I think
otherwise,
so. How would be a little rude not to.
How do you spend $10 million on a wedding?
Performers.
Okay, but like you have one or two performers, let's say they're each $1 million, which is I think actually kind of high.
No, they'll charge him $1 million though. Like no one's not going to charge Bezos like their full rate.
Okay.
Unless it's their friend Katy Perry singing Firework or some shit.
She's not coming.
Because of their potentially...
She's not going to the wedding.
She's on tour.
Why?
I don't know if it's the tour. I saw a thing yesterday that like she's in Australia and Orlando Bloom is going solo. And which fuels the whole breakup rumor thing.
Who goes to the bachelorette party but not the wedding?
That's so...
If you're on tour, you got to be on tour.
With her and then
doesn't
the bride.
Schedule your tour around their wedding.
I find that interesting.
It's possible they did plan this later than her tour, but there's quite a guest list.
Is she having bridesmaids? Does she have bridesmaids?
Not sure.
Kim Kardashian was in the was one on the Bachelorette. So was her mother, Kris.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner.
Kim Kardashian would never miss this wedding. She would never miss this wedding.
Oprah's going. Gail's going. Bill Gates, Leo DiCaprio, Eva Longoria, Diane von Furstenberg, and her son. Carly Kloss, Josh Kushner, Paul Tudor Jones II. I don't know who that is. David Geffen.
I'm excited to see like the random guests. Like you're like, I can't believe they were invited.
Yeah, there's only 200 people invited. And by the way, I'm thinking about the 50 million. I actually think that when you think about the fact that they're having really 4 events or 5 events, it makes more sense.
Yeah, that's true. Because like you're spending a few million per event, which seems doable.
Like none of their events are going to be low key.
Right. The outfits are probably expensive.
They're probably spending $100,000 on accessories.
Yeah.
And foam and cleaning the foam.
That would be fun to
Cleaning
attend.
the foam is $1 million. I mean, usually yachts, you're not even supposed to wear shoes, like, let alone throw soap all over the fucking floors.
So there's a ton of rumors. Obviously, no one would ever confirm anything because, like, it's just not. Just like a little tacky to probably say that you're spending $50 million on your wedding weekend.
In this economy, no.
Exactly. So there's a lot of rumors. We'll find out, I guess at least some of which are true or not true, where it is, what's going on. But if you had a chance to like spread disinformation, to spread a rumor about this wedding that people would believe, you get to decide what it is. You have a team of bots behind you helping you spread the news. What would be your Bezos wedding fake news?
I would say that they had constructed a makeshift temporary Amazon warehouse on one of the Venetian islands.
Where they're going to get married?
No. Where they're going to allow all the guests to do like an hour-long supermarket sweep type thing where they can just grab anything they want from the huge Amazon warehouse.
Wow.
That's funny.
Intricate.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, everyone could grab like fake Labubu's.
But I honestly could see them doing it. Like, rich people love free shit. Trust me. They do it.
I would say that my rumor would be something to do with that the entire wedding is actually a Blue Origin advertisement, and they plan to shoot everybody. No, they plan to give everybody a free gift to space as
they get married.
As their giveaway.
The first couple to get married in space.
And that's what I was going to say. And the surprise is at the end of the wedding, they walk down the aisle, take off their clothes, styled by Sweet Jamie, and underneath is an astronaut suit, and they go into the rocket ship and they fly into space as if nobody could see the rocket.
And the
and
rocket
then they come back 11 minutes later.
And the rocket has a just married sign at the bottom of it.
Honestly,
my God.
Does the sign just incinerate as it goes up?
Aleen, I know that's a fake rumor, but I actually feel like that's a good idea.
Thank you.
I can see them doing it. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that one it's really good fake because like I feel like I would believe it. It seems like, if I was if I was probably the most expensive wedding planner in the world and I really wanted to make this wedding stand out from all the other weddings, like just be talked about for the rest of time. That's what I would. You don't even want to play this game. Okay, what is the rumor? What's the other rumor? Mine is very simple. My rumor is that Lauren Sanchez is rumored to be to be styling her hair the same way as Teresa Giudice did for her wedding.
I can see that.
She might try, but in a different way.
That I can see.
Honestly, I can see all of these being possible.
We're good at spreading rumors, I guess. Fake news.
Yeah. This is what's happening at the wedding. What are you talking about? They're not rumors.
In space, can you imagine that hair in space? Because you know how like everybody's hair stayed put in those videos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then there'd be like people articles about it.
It was so high.
Well, that was fun.
I hope at least one of our rumors comes true.
Honestly, that could have the Blue Origin thing. Why did they waste that?
It's a good idea. Yeah.
I know. Look, I think they would have gotten less criticism if they had done that for their wedding than if she had just done it on like a Tuesday.
Right. Maybe that's why it would cost so much, because also like maybe like she has a special space wedding dress, like a wedding space
dress
with the whole bubble head oxygen
mask.
It's
like a veil.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like, but I think it would be very expensive to make that look like chic. So.
No, I think they could do it. I think that's probably one of the less expensive things, like
the wedding dress spacesuit.
You just have to get the proper material.
Guys, maybe we should start a side business of wedding planning. We have so many good ideas.
I don't know. Hard
3-batch movers, 3-batch weddings.
I love
yes.
it. I love
it. Can we go back to these Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom rumors for a second? Because I've been seeing a little bit of that all over the internet, that they're potentially maybe breaking up or broke up, and that they had a fight over the Blue Origin flight because he found it embarrassing. And now she's on tour. He's going to the wedding. She's not, even though she's...
I mean, didn't she tell him she was going to do this? If she found it so
Maybe-
embarrassing, like was she just like didn't surprised, like I'm in space in a bag?
Maybe she did it anyway.
Yeah, maybe
it was like he was like, I don't want you to do it, and she kept being like, I'm still gonna do it, and then she did it.
That's possible. I mean,
Maybe he was mad about like the Daisy thing, like bringing their daughter into the conversation.
Or wasn't she doing some weird like jokey stuff about someone in his DMs at her concert?
I didn't know that.
Did you guys see that? It was like kind of a joke, but she like yelled. She like yelled at a fan about like being in Orlando Bloom's DMs in the middle of her concert. I think it was a joke.
What?
But it's still kind of weird.
That's
weird. Like Alex Warren.
Maybe it was a joke, but it like wasn't a joke.
Maybe it's like just where she is right now in her life, because also how her album was received very poorly. Maybe it's not just that she went to space, but how she acted in space and about space.
You didn't like her space decorum.
No, but it's like her comments about the love and it's in how it played. And he probably was like, I told you it was going to look like this. Because I bet there's a strong chance that he was like, you're going to look really out of touch and dumb, and please don't do this. And she was like, no, it won't. And then it did.
I just don't get the sense that she cares, though, because she's always kind of been like a silly, I don't really care kind of person. But the thing here's what I'm wondering. Okay, so this is like all reported on page 6, right? And it feels a little like, because it says sources close to her say they're spending a lot of time apart. Like, do you think this is just like planted anti-Katy like stuff? Because it's about
that?
like,
it could be, but it could also still be true.
Because it says the title is Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom had explosive fight about her ridiculous space flight as a relationship broke down. It's like blaming her for it.
Well, and that's also like the editor. Like the editor is going to make the most clickbaity title on the story.
Against women.
It could be true. It could be true, and it could also be
that's true,
planted or weaponized in some way. Like it could be both.
I guess we'll have to see if Orlando Bloom is at the singles table at the wedding.
No, those reports
question.
I was seeing yesterday were like she's in Australia, whatever, on her tour or not. And like sources say he is single. Like that's what was like the follow-up thing. So maybe I don't know. I am so skeptical about these types of stories, but like maybe it's true, but I don't know.
It seems like it's true, but the specifics might be distorted.
I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't really see them out much as a couple. I haven't like seen much about them as a couple. Like they don't really like, there's not a lot of press around them as a couple. There hasn't ever really been.
There was years ago.
Like when they first got together.
Yeah. Do we have a Betch of the Week? Do we have a Caymans?
Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah. Patrick Schwarzenegger could be Betch of the Week.
I agree.
Yeah, I love that. For being a consummate professional.
Yeah. It's different than being good at White Lotus, honestly.
Yeah. Exactly. For being an aware Nepo baby.
It sounds like he has the Kim Kardashian work ethic, where that's like kind of the one thing no one will question about Kim is that she always comes on time and gives 100% to her projects. Like no one's ever said that Kim Kardashian was like lazy or not, professional in how she conducted herself.
Should we send every tick on the East Coast to the Caymans?
I feel like we've done that already.
Unfair to them.
We sent the tick specifically that bit me.
So now we're going to send its friends.
Now we're sending the whole species.
Maybe we advertise a fire festival amongst the ticks community.
Are ticks like bees where like you need them for like the ecosystem? Or if they were wiped out, would everyone be fine?
I don't know the answer to that, but that is a great question for our scientists in the comments.
Yes.
In Spotify. Yeah. So if you're a scientist,
there's a good amount of ticks, but you don't want too many.
Yeah. I just don't
why is it only increasing?
I'm pretty sure there's like a climate change because it's like warmer winters. Although this winter was very cold. So I don't.
But it's still left over from 2 winters ago. That's what the article said. Not in those words.
Like our analysis. Yes. Although this winter was really cold. Like our research, just rigor in our research and opinions.
No, read the article. I read the article.
No, I know. I know. I really would love to hear what people think about the ticks in our Spotify comments.
Yeah.
What specifically our scientists listeners think in the Spotify comments. And also if you think this Katy Orlando thing is real, tell us why, because I would like to hear that.
Yes, and if you've had enough vermin talk for the summer, it's only June. So if you do want us to scale back, we can, politely, you can give us that commentary too. But there's so much vermin. It's hard to
look.
put a
We're
cap
just
on
trend observers. We don't mean to bring vermin into the conversation so much, but they're around. So
indeed,
yeah. Can't ignore the vermin. Well, that is it for this episode of At Betches. Don't forget to watch on YouTube, youtube.com/@Betches. I'm Aleen.
I'm Jordana.
I'm Sami.
And we'll be back next week. Sorry.
I was reading the top of the intro.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I looking at? Where's the end?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was reading the top.
Okay.
I lost my place.